Hey everyone, welcome to the live show of Web3 Tools organized by Foundership. Foundership is a Web3 accelerator providing incubation to Web3 startups through its programs like 0x Camp and Launch Camp. And to know more, you request you to visit our website foundershiphq.com. I'll attach it on the chat box itself. I Vardit, I look after the community operations at Foundership, and I would like to welcome you all to the session. This is a session where we would be diving deep into demystifying the 30% taxation in India as presented by Binocs. They will be providing a walkthrough of their particular platform. And today we are joined by Rishina Thakur and the product manager and tax expert at Binocs. Over to you, Rishina.
So basically, I'll give a brief intro about what Binocs is about me and we'll do a walkthrough of the product. Basically, last year, so the last Finance Act introduced something called as VDA, wherein virtual digital assets were first time defined by the Income Tax Act in India, and then there was a tax levied on it. So the Income Tax Act starting from April 2022 will now tax virtual digital assets, all the transfers and profits made on VDAs at 30%. So my background is that I'm a CA and I have been practicing for the last couple of years. And the issue with doing tax calculations for crypto is that it's extremely challenging because none of the exchanges provide information in the way it's required for, say, tax filing. Also, because not everybody in the country will only deal with Indian exchanges, they will deal with decentralized exchanges, with international exchanges, with chains, with a lot more different platforms as opposed to the traditional Web2 world. So that's where the need for a product like Binocs comes in. What Binocs does is it helps you stay compliant with taxes. So it's a crypto tax tool and it's also a portfolio tracking tool. So say a person has done transactions over different centralized, decentralized exchanges, Indian, international, over different chains or wallets. So all of this becomes very hard to bring in one place. There is no such thing where you can track everything in one place and get reports like a consolidated report across different platforms in a place. So with Binocs, this is possible where you can see your live portfolio of all these exchanges in a single dashboard, and you can also download tax reports which are compliant with the Indian income tax the way they require in an Excel format, which can be easily uploaded while doing your ITR filing. So this is what we've built, and this product is built on the tax side for 5 countries, which includes India, US, UK, Australia, and South Africa. Portfolio tracking is universal. Anybody can use the portfolio tracker to track their portfolios. The way we do it is we understand all these different platforms very thoroughly. We understand the kind of reports they generate and we integrate it with the software. So Vardit, if I may, I'll just share my screen. So this is the dashboard. I have already logged in. The login is pretty simple. It's a no KYC tool. So one doesn't need any KYC. You can only log in with your email ID. Once I log in, the first thing I have to do is connect all my accounts. So again, because it's no KYC, so it's not like you have to put in your PAN and it will auto sync. There's nothing like that. I have to manually upload all the data here. So there are a couple of ways to do it. So first of all, these are all the exchanges that we support, which includes all the Indian ones and a lot more. Like there are more than 150 exchanges that are supported. How I need to do is, if say I want to connect a WazirX account, I can either add the API details here, API key and secret, or I can just download the CSV file from WazirX and upload it here. So it's pretty simple. There are instructions written what file to download from where in the WazirX app do you need to download it, and you just upload it here without making any changes to that file. It will auto read everything, understand what is trade, what are the other kinds of transactions, and so on. Apart from that, we support all these different chains. So Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, all the major chains are supported here. The list is really long. Uh, and then we also support these wallets like MetaMask, Tallyho, and all these. So again, chains and wallets, it's pretty easy. You just have to add your public address here and it will connect automatically. The good thing is that when you connect these on chain, if you've done any DeFi transactions or in your exchanges, if you've done any derivatives kind of transaction, all of that is also read. I'll just connect one, for example. So another thing is when I connect my chain, when I put an address, it will look up and understand which all other chains have the same address, and I can connect all of them in just one go. So once I've started connecting, it will take like a couple of minutes for it to complete. And yeah, so the sync is complete for most of it. I can then see all my transactions in one place um, in an in a based on the timestamp. I can see it for INR value also. So every transaction, whether it's lending, borrowing, futures, everything will be also calculated for its INR value, and it will show up here. There are basic features like filtering and editing. After this, I can go to my portfolio and see a complete portfolio. The portfolio is also divided into a couple of different um, strategies like lending, staking, LPs, derivatives. And then there are basic functionalities like hide spam, dust, and so on. So this portfolio is across all these chains and exchanges that I've connected. And this I can see a lot more details here, like what is my realized, unrealized profits over the last various timelines. And then the most interesting part is taxes. Like I can see what is the tax that I've like what are the gains that I've made in a year, what are the losses that I've made, the income, and so on. So basically in India now, the rules are pretty strict wherein you cannot set off your losses against your gains. You just have to pay 30% flat on all your gains. And only wallet to wallet transfers are like you don't have to pay tax on that. So those are self-detected by the system. When you have transferred from say Binance to Wazirex, those things will be auto detected here. And the tax report basically here will give a very detailed breakup of what this capital gains, loss, and income is. Um, this is the exact information that you have to eventually upload in filing your ITR. So currently we have ITR 2 and 3 for individuals, wherein they have given a different section for virtual digital assets. So July 31st is the due date for everybody who has done transactions in the last year. We'll have to file the returns now before July 31st. And there we have to enter a lot of details as to every transaction, what is the date of selling a particular token, when was it bought, what price you sold, at what price you bought, what is the profit, all of this. So this detailed report is given here. And just before I show the report, there are a few other things that we flag here. So in case while connecting any of these accounts, if there are any missing transactions that are detected by us, it will show up here. So this is basically if say you've uploaded a partial CSV where there are only sell transactions but no buy transactions, it will show up here. Or if say you've synced it via API, but the API balance is different from the balance that is calculated by us. So that will also show up here, which means there are either like incomplete data synced, or there is some missing balance because certain things were dropped due to the API. So yeah, once this is sorted, it can be easily resolved here. You just have to add the transaction from this screen. So I just have to add a trade transaction and it will be sorted. Another thing is every time I do an external transfer, it will show up here. External transfer could be a legit payment or sending it to somebody. But say if it is a gift or loan where there is no tax implication, I just have to go and mark it as a gift. And so on. So this will make the report a lot more consumable by either you if you're filing your own return, or by your CA if he or she has to look at it. So I will also quickly share the screen, the Excel report that gets generated here. So yeah, the report comes like this. These are the fields that are required for income tax, and all the gains will come separately, all the losses will come separately, and any income will come here as a part of my income report. And then there'll be additional information like while downloading this report, what all exchanges wallets were connected, and then what is the asset held as on 31st March. So if say you're maintaining your balance sheet also, you will require this kind of information. All of this calculation is done on a FIFO method, which is the most acceptable method in India. And yeah, that's about it. So again, if I have to talk about taxes, we have a lot of gray areas. Like the way they have defined, there are two sections that were introduced. One which says that all your gains need to be taxed at 30%. Another was the TDS section. So apart from this, there's not much information out there. Like there are so many things that happen in Web3, like mining, staking, lending, borrowing, like all DeFi transactions and so on. How those will be taxed is not defined yet very clearly, but obviously those will also have to be taxed. So we provide all that information in the income report. The tax percentage there is something that probably your tax advisor can say the best.
Perfect. We'd love to see your reactions if you all are liking the event, and we'll be shortly opening the floor to the questions, and we'll be starting through the chat box. And in case you'll be having any other questions, you can raise your hand. We'll be calling you out one by one. So yeah. So Rashina, first question by Sandeep Sapal is if there is an auto upload report feature from Binocs to ITR website.
So currently, ITR, like the income tax form, is just a physical form that they've released. They've still not released the Java or the utility for it. So as soon as that gets released, we'll try and see if we can at least provide the same CSV that's required to be uploaded there. So currently, the CSV has the same fields, but because we don't have the format from the income tax utility yet, we cannot do the auto upload.
Second question by Kaustubh Sharma is what about the profits via NFT sales?
So again, profits will have to be taxed at 30%. As of now, NFT is something we are still working on. We do have it partially ready, and hopefully we'll be releasing it before the return filing due date comes. So we are hoping to do it by May.
And just a follow-up question on that, like if I am holding NFT, I have not sold it yet, but but still, I have not booked the profits. Still, I won't have to pay the taxes by the when the tax when I'm filing the tax returns.
Then you don't have to, like if you're just holding it, you don't have to pay any taxes.
And if I'm staking it,
Then the staking rewards will be taxed, like whatever
Rewards.
income you receive.
Okay, all right.
Perfect. So, hope you all love the session. I think this particular topic didn't cater to a lot of audience this time. Generally, we have a larger audience for LSWT. If the people join regularly, they'll be probably knowing about this as well. So do take out a short while to fill the feedback form. And also, I've shared a particular write-up content for you to post on social media. If you could do that, that will be highly appreciated by both Binocs and Foundership as well. This is essentially perfect to as a showcase for Binocs, and I hope it catered to everyone who joined the event. Looking forward to seeing you all in the future events at LSWT.
Hey,
Perfect.
what that? Before
Hey,
we
Sajid.
exit, I
Yeah,
have a quick question. So it's a little too basic though. Do
sure.
you have any training platform or something for newbies? Like I'm totally new to this. So is that sort of a training platform also do you have? Or some sessions?
Saju, I'm not sure if the question was intended for me or for Rushina.
Well, anybody who can answer that. I'm sorry, as I said, I'm new to this.
All right, all right. Rushina, would
You
you like
can
to take
take.
that?
No, you
Okay.
can take it up further.
So, as per what I understood from your question, Saju, you were talking about us providing a platform for what situation you were talking about?
Not necessarily a platform, perhaps some training sessions on what is Web3 and what is blockchain and all that sort of steps.
Got it, got it. Saju, if I may ask, which particular location are you from?
I'm in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Saju, so from Foundership, we have block meets, which is an in real life event. It's an offline event where we have it worldwide. We have it around 35 to 40 cities worldwide. So in these particular block meets, there are discussions and all networkings around Web3
Mhm.
campaigns, Web3 solutions, Web3 platforms. So people come together and they can network with each other. They can talk about their Web3 campaigns. If they, in case they would want to collaborate on a particular event, they can start collaborating on a particular event. So this block meet ranges from Web3 enthusiasts to Web3 professionals. So this is a platform. This is not a platform. This is an event which is organized by Foundership on the third Saturday of every month. It was also organized
Okay.
this month in Hyderabad. And are you, if I may ask, are you part of the Foundership community groups?
I guess I am.
All
Uh,
right.
yeah.
All right. So, if you would have joined recently, then probably it must all be new to you about these events. But Foundership has been organizing these events from the starting of this year, and we can look forward to you can look forward to a particular event in Hyderabad next month as well. And
Mhm.
over there, you will be meeting a lot of Web3 professional Web3 enthusiasts who come together. They'll talk about their projects, and there are other Web3 enthusiasts who want to know more about Web3 and things around Web3. We'll be shortly also, we are working on a webinar to cater to such audience who are enthusiasts about Web3 to talk about their Web3 career, their expertise in Web3, how Web3 can be beneficial in the future. So potential careers in Web3 as well. So something on these terms, we are also organizing an online webinar so that people from all over the world can join and listen to this event and
That
also
would be
clarify
really good.
this. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you so very much for the time you took to respond this.
No
Really
worries, no worries. Glad to do so. Any other questions from anyone? Yeah, I think Amit has joined from Laksh's phone this time. Amit is
Yeah, I am.
so
Uh,
Amit is our chapter lead from Madhya Pradesh and all. He organizes founderships events in and around Madhya Pradesh. We had a great turnout at Madhya Pradesh this time at around 250 people over cities in Indore, Ujjain, and Devas. So kudos to Amit as well.
yeah, we have Laksh also. Say hello. Hi.
Hey, Lakshay.
Yeah.
Hi, Laksh. Hi, Amir.
So, Rushina from Foundership, Vardit.
No, Amit, Rushina is from Binocs. She had provided a showcase on her particular platform, how we can demystify the 30% tax which is incurred to us through Web3 transactions, NFTs, and other crypto.
Okay. One of my connection worked there. I think Vikalp is the name. Have you ever heard about the Vikalp or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
He's,
All right.
it's a small team, so we all work from office here in Bangalore.
Okay, all right, all right. Your major target is Australian market. Last time I got connected with Vikalp, and Vikalp told me like you guys are extremely like willing to conduct a few events in Australia and the other part in the
So
area.
we have 5 countries that we support, but
Okay,
currently, again, for the next couple of months, we want to support a lot more Indian users because the tax season has just started. So basically, May to July is the season where people have to file returns, and we will be supporting that. The thing is, I understand there is a very low turnout because tax is a subject like that where most people will come. Like, I know, as while practicing also, most people will come only in the month of July, especially in the last week of July. Like, even if we think about us, that's when we'll be filing our returns, when somebody will tell us that this is the due date.
Not
So
an
that's
issue.
how it is. It's a very, like, you have to keep like, it only works on fear, this entire
Yeah.
tax thing. Like, people are afraid of the penalties fine, and that's the only reason they want to pay.
So if
And
in case if you're developing some other new project which you would like to showcase in the month of July, we'll be more than happy to get you to speak at this LSWT in the month of July, so that it'll help our audience and even your audience to understand your particular platform and also not face the issues which you will be catering to.
yeah, like mid-July would be a good time because that's when a lot more people will actually be looking out for something.
Yeah.
When their advisors will tell them that this is required, they need to like figure it out. So we are working with a lot of CAs in India because they understand the need and importance of a software. The users will understand it very later on when they start computing, start understanding
Correct.
the reports that an exchange provides and so on.
Correct. Definitely.
But really glad that so many people joined. Like, it's great.
It's actually a low turnout from in general. There's a average participation of at least 40 to 50 people, but today, as you said, people may not be wanting to get
It's
into this
probably a
at this
little
particular time.
early. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. In the month, I think we are 2 or 3 months ahead of ourselves right now. So yeah, definitely, no worries. Perfect. Great. Then, if no other questions, we can conclude with the session. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hope this session was insightful for you all. Perfect.
Thank you so much,
Great,
everyone.
Rashina. Great, Rashina. Thank you for your
Thank you, guys.
showcase.